Hello, welcome again to Gearfacts, and today it is the mysterious Tenori-on. It's made by Yamaha, and it was marketed very much as this new concept in sequencing that came before grid-based things like Ableton. You've got the basic idea probably from looking at it. It is a grid-based system. We're going to add a few notes. Change the sound. And naturally we can change tempo. Change the length of each individual sound. Each button is a different sound, so if you can remember exactly where all your favorite sounds are, then well done. But it's also in a list right here, so as I cycle through the list, the actual XY point will change, corresponding with the particular sound I want. So let's follow the irresistible impulse of just drawing a design and seeing what kind of melody we come up with. Let's start the grid playing. Nice and random. Take out the ones that are a little bit close together. They usually sound a bit awkward. We can change our animations to several different looks as well. Here we've got squares expanding. Most of the Tenori-on releases were capable of being powered by an adapter or by batteries. This particular one is an earlier version which is adapter only. Bit of a shame because it's just crying out to be a portable instrument. Discreetly flush with the main panel are 5 buttons on this side and 5 identical ones on the other side, which are shortcuts to various functions such as changing effects, volume, instrument type, things like that. The actual menu system is a little unwieldy. It's quite hard to get the hang of it. Also, starting and stopping your sequence from playing can only be done from the main screen. Like that. When you're actually changing things in menus, you can't start or stop. The play button becomes a select button for any particular option you're choosing. As for connectivity, it's all pretty simple. We've got our DC in on-off switch there right at the bottom. Micro MIDI socket here. You don't see many of those around, and I'm not sure how easy or difficult it would be to get the right cable, but it is good to know that it can MIDI up to any of your equipment. Headphone socket. And on the other side, it is pleasing to see that there's a socket for an SD card to store everything that you've created. So, how do you use the Yamaha Tenori? Well, your guess is as good as mine. It's the kind of instrument that's really only limited by your imagination. You can accidentally come up with all kinds of interesting passages which would make good intros and fills and nice little ambient things. The sounds on the Tenori-on are generally quite soft and ambient in nature. As for effects, it's just got chorus and reverb. So I guess in summing up, you could say it's a very fun and interesting tool that sits uncomfortably in the gap between serious musical instrument and a toy. So I hope that review has shed a little bit of light on the mysterious Tenori-on for you guys. I'd love to go into more depth about it, but that really is about all there is to say. I mean, there are a few other things in the menu options, but nothing that you wouldn't expect. What makes the Tenori-on really exciting is the grid system of programming your music. I don't know if I'd fork out the rather enormous price tag that Yamaha wants for it, but I do think it's something that everybody should try at least once in their musical span of interest. Thanks as always for watching Gearfacts, guys. Thanks for liking, commenting or subscribing, and I look forward to seeing you on the next review.